Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Sports Timeout. Today we come to you from Stevenson High Schools. We're checking out mainly October highlights. We start out in boys soccer. MAC Red this year basically a three-team race between Chippewa Valley, Eisenhower, and Stevenson. Two of those three, Ike and Stevenson, try and separate one from the other as they faced each other for the second time this year. Stevenson and Eisenhower facing off in a battle between two of the three teams tied for first in the MAC Red division.
Hey boys, yesterday was Jonah's birthday. Birthday present for him, all right?
Let's go.
Hey, let's go, boys. Jonah on three. 1, 2, 3, Jonah!
Stevenson dedicating their season this year to Jonah Chrisman, a teammate who died of cancer just 2 weeks ago. In the first, freshman Neil Martirana beats goalie Jimmy Walker, but he can't beat the post. We remain scoreless. Then Nathan Simkevich on the restart. Mike Mendola comes out, can't get a handle on the ball, and Joey Serra there trailing the play gets Eisenhower on the board first. Eagles led 1-0. Titans come right back. It's Leandro Dendrejai. He beats Jimmy Walker, and Stevenson had tied up the match 1-1, 6 minutes left to play in the first. But just 3 minutes later, Eisenhower goes back on top. Senior captain Joey Tinian here beats Mendola, and Eisenhower had a 2-1 lead at the half.
You got to keep the pressure up. You know that first 10 minutes to be huge. Or that first 10 minutes after halftime, we've got to come out on fire.
Ike Heed's coach Josh Van Houten's calling comes out on fire in the second. It's Tinian playing a little catch with Gino Pasquale, his teammate. They go back and forth. Tinian with the goal. He adds on a PK goal later. Hat trick for the seniors. Ike takes it 4-1. Move on to volleyball. Kelsey Kapicki and the Titans taking on Katie Froboda and the Falcons. In the first, Froboda on the serve. Rebecca Belanger going to set up Froboda here, and Froboda puts it down. Falcons up 3-0 on the road against Stevenson. Then Rachel Froboda, Katie's sister, with the serve. Tina Harkevich with the attack, but Katie Froboda with the block. 8-7 Falcons. And off the Kristen Sheff serve, Megan White over to Kelsey Kapicki, who throws it down. Titans down by 1. Then LaFave on the serve. Rachel Kelly the attack for Stevenson. Here comes Katie Froboda with the kill. Stevenson got a piece of it, but not enough. Titans dropped the first game to 4-25-21. Game 2, Paul Dirtle's team tries to come back. Rachel Kelly on the serve. Megan White going to set up Kelsey Kapicki. And Kapicki, full extension, crushes that one. 7-3, Titans up in that second game. Then Megan Say on the serve for Stevenson. LaFave on serve receive, not a good one. As Amy Coffin puts it away. Titans up 23-20. Then White setting up Hannah Connie, who puts it down. Titans come back to take the second one. 28-26 on to game 3. White starts out with the ace, and the Titans were up 1-0. Later on in that third game, it's Rachel Froboda on the serve. Sam Strong with the attack for Stevenson. Then Strong turns setter here momentarily, sets up Kapicki, who finds it just inside the back line. Then Baker on the serve for Ford. Kelly with the attack. Froboda with an attack for Ford. But the Titans setter, White, comes up with the attack herself. She sets herself up. 25-18, Titans take the third game. Jamie Baker's team had to dig in game number 4 on the road, and they come up with a big serve in game 4 as Rachel Froboda with the ace, then Katie Froboda an ace of her own. 9-7 Falcons. Then LaFave on the serve. Stevenson comes back. It's White setting up Rachel Kelly, who's coming on strong. Second half of the year, we were tied at 11, but the Ford serve just too powerful in that fourth game. LaFave with the ace. 25-20. Falcons take the fourth game. We would go to a fifth. in the fifth. The Ford serve continued to be strong. Froboda again with an ace, then Brianna Baker an ace. 10-7 Falcons up in that fifth game. And these two teams would work a little overtime in the fifth game. Belanger on the serve. White setting up Kelly, who goes down the line. We're tied at 13. Remember, the fifth game goes to 15. We would go well past that. As Froboda over to Rachel Froboda. 19-18 Ford, and then Froboda going to set up Kristen Sheff eventually here. And Ford, who dodged a couple match points from Stevenson, gets a big, potentially turning around their season win on the road as they outlast the Titans in 5, winning that fifth game 20-18. Katie Froboda, 16 kills, 16 assists, and 31 digs. Baker, 42 digs. Kelsey Kapicki, excellent for Stevenson, 19 kills and 9 digs, but Ford wins.
We just played amazing. I don't know, we just really wanted that win.
What did it come down to in the fifth game in terms of having to, dig deep there? You guys were on the ropes a few times.
Yeah, I think just whoever wanted it more, and we just came out on top.
The girls did fantastic. They worked as a team. I think they finally just pulled it together. Everything that they've been working so hard for, all the little things haven't been coming our way, but now they earned this win definitely, and it's definitely going to be a boost for them going on.
Move on to boys soccer. Dave Moran and the Chieftains thrashed the Stallions 6-2 in their first meeting this year. Stallions looking for some revenge in meeting number 2. In the first, it's Gavin O'Garrett and Mario Marana. And Marana with the goal just 3 minutes in. Stallions up 1-0. Off the corner, Jeff Atkins trying to find Josh Gepper. Jeff Lindeman there with the save. Jack Latorre's team playing well in the first half. Had a 1-0 lead late in the first and extended that lead. Derek Nowak ahead to Paul Hanona, over to Fadi Kezi, and Kezi drills a shot. Beautiful goal there, and the Stallions grab a 2-0 lead into the intermission. Sterling Heights would look to extend that lead early in the second. Matus Prisboric with a shot. Jake Smith with a nice save there, and Smith made some key saves for Utica to keep them hanging in. Here he comes up with another save as Prisboric with a follow-up shot, and he stops him again. It stayed 2-0. Then Joe Bono and Jeff Atkins here finally get Utica on the board in the second. Atkins with a nice goal with a bad angle there, but he beats Lindeman, and the Chieftains were on the board down 2-1. Stallions look to go back up 3-1, but a great play here by Kyle Pacula stopping the header of Marana to keep it a 1-goal game. Then the Chieftains back at it again. It's Adkins who just took over in the second half, beating Lindeman for a second time on the day as Utica storms back and salvages a 2-2 tie to win and tie against Sterling Heights this year. Jake Smith, 17 saves for the Chieftains. Lindeman with 15 for Sterling Heights. Now the Titans taking on Warren Mott in volleyball. In the first, Megan Hevel on the serve. Anissa Srotka sends it over. Then White over to Kelsey Kapicki, who goes down the line. Titans come out on fire in game 1. Here, White over to Amy Coffin, and Coffin, the sophomore, puts it away as Stevenson clicking on all cylinders. Looked like this one was going to be a rout. White bumps it over. Then she's going to get the chance to set up Rachel Kelly, and Kelly puts it down 15-6 Titans. Then Coffin here with the attack. Skierski is going to set up Kapicki, and the Titans win the first one with ease, 25-13. But after that, things start to get a little interesting for Paul Dirtle's group. In the second game, Mott finally wakes up. It's Rachel Monarch over to Anissa Srotka, maybe one of the smallest outside hitters in the county, but she's got a great vertical. Mott up by 4, then Srotka on the serve. Kamisha Coleman with the attack for Warren Mott. Titans dig it out, send it back over. This time it's Monarch setting up Jennifer White, and White on the far side puts it away. Mott comes back and rallies to take the second game, 25-21. On to game 3. Strong on the serve, it's Monarch. setting up Kamisha Coleman, and Coleman, an up-and-coming player for the Marauders, makes it 13-all in that third game. Then Monarch sets up Sorotka again, and Warren Mott was up 18-17. But here come the Titans back. Game 3, a back-and-forth affair. It's White setting up Kelly, and Kelly just on fire in this one, 20-20 in the third. Then Amy Coffin with the ace, younger sister of Ashley Coffin. We're tied at 24. Titans need extra points to win the third game, and they do it. White over to Kopicki. Gets a little help from the net there as it catches Warren Mott off guard. Titans take that third game 28-26. On to game 4. It's Sutter starting out with the ace. They missed her early in the season with a back injury. Warren Mott up 6-3. And Hannah Connie on the serve. It's Monarch to Sorotka again, who just finds the line on the far side. Warren Mott up 12-11. Then Monarch setting up Kamisha Coleman, and Coleman down the near sideline. Warren Mott up 18-15. We would go on to a fifth game because Monarch over the Sorotka here, and the Marauders take the fourth game 25-19. Paul Dirtle's team, well, not a lot of three-game matches much of the year for Stevenson as they're working hard and having to go 5 on most nights. Skierski on the serve. Monarch to Coleman ties it up at 12 in that fifth game. Then White finds Amy Coffin here for a big kill. Titans go up 14-13. Match point. Warren Mott thought they had one in, but it's ruled out, and it looked to be the right call. Titans hang on and outlast Warren Mott, winning that fifth game 15-13. White sets a school record for assists with 54. Kelly 16 kills in the win. Sorotka 15 kills in defeat. White added 16 for Warren Mott. Monarch 42 assists in the loss.
It feels amazing that we finally pulled through the 5-game curse, I guess you could say. We finally came out and showed everyone what we can really do.
I just think with this team, it's a young team and it's a learning team. And, the last 2 games, we played to 5 games. And, sometimes you get spoiled with the fact of realizing that sometimes teams just need to learn how to win in tight games, learn how to, deliver when it's time to deliver and stuff like that. So, like I told them, it's a win, and it's a learning experience, and hopefully we can use it as a positive stepping stone to move forward and get better. And, ultimately that's what we're looking for to do, is to get better.
We move on now to football. 2 Cinderella teams in the area this year trying to make the playoffs and contend in the MAC White, Henry Ford II and Utica. The Falcons were just 2-7 last year under first-year coach Todd Winters, but they were coming in winning 5 straight games heading into their big showdown against Utica. The Chieftains, another team who's turned it around. Just 2 years ago, they were 0-9 with a win. They would clinch at least a share of the MAC White as the 2 faced off at Swinehart Field. Up early and on the move, but first drive of the game, they get deep in Utica territory, and Les Olson, little halfback option pass, and he's picked off by Cedric Jones. We remained scoreless. Falcons get the ball back, though, and Delonte Blackburn delivering on that next drive. Nice hurdle there as he gets ahead for 7 yards, and then he does the finishing touches into the end zone from 4 yards out. And the Falcons were up on Tony Smith and company 7-0 at the end of one. Second quarter, Ford having trouble with the turnovers as the Utica defense forced 4 of them, 3 in the first half. Mike Saba hit by Shane Van Fletteren. Glenn Doss on the recovery. Then later on in the second quarter, it's Saba back to pass. Ankit Desai with the interception for the Chieftains, as Ford able to move the ball in Utica, but having trouble with turnovers in the first. The Utica defense bought the offense a little time to get going. Covante Smith with his own pass off of the jet sweep as he finds Shane Van Fletteren deep for 37 yards. That gets Utica down within business, and then Connor Heinbaugh finds his favorite receiver, Van Fletteren, who's just been excellent for Utica all season, wins the jump ball in the corner, and Utica and Ford tied at 7 at the half. On to the fourth quarter now. Utica up 10-7. Adrian Harris bulldozing his way up the middle and turning on the speed into the end zone, and the Chieftains would go up 17-7. Next drive, Utica looking for some more insurance. It's Heinbaugh, hits Van Fletteren, and the little wide receiver screen pass winds up going for 22 yards. It gets him down within range of Adkins, who's having just an excellent year as the Chieftain kicker. This his second 40-plus yard field goal this year. This one good from 43 yards out. Would have been good from longer. And Utica with a fairly comfortable 20-7 lead, or was it? 4 minutes left to go. Ford back on the attack. It's Saba to the Falcons kicker, Aaron Berthette, who also does a little wide receiving for them. He's in from 25 yards out, tacks on the extra point, and Ford down 6. After a Utica punt, Falcons with the ball again. It's Saba looking to make plays with his legs. He gets 15 yards on that run, and then Saba going to find Berthette for 17 more. Ford gets down to the 4-yard line, first and goal with 2 minutes left. And then the Utica defense wakes up. And that hit by Glenn Doss seemed to get him going. That was first down. Second down. Saba tries running it yet again. This time he's stopped by Mike Darr and Van Fletteren just short of the goal line. Third down. Same play again. It's Cedric Jones making the tackle. So fourth and goal now for the Falcons for the win and a share of the Mac White. And Glenn Doss comes up with a huge play. The senior stopped him short. He was a starting running back as a sophomore, now a little more of a role player, but he comes up huge right there as the Chieftains hold on and win it 20-14 behind an excellent goal line stand. Harris over 100 yards in the win. Van Fletteren 76 yards and a score through the air.
Defensive stand to win it. How's it feel to win the Mac White that way?
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. I feel like we deserved it. We had 2 minutes left in goal line. We run it every day at practice. I just know it's going to come through.
My defense is strong. We hold them up. That's a physical school, but we came and we did it. That's what we had to do.
Everybody's excited. The whole school's excited. We got everybody behind us. I mean, we're on a roll now, and we're not going to stop rolling. We're just not.
And, you know, when we were down there at full faith, because we've had 3 or 4 of them this year, and to have that opportunity to be down there and win it on defense, I think it says it all, because our defense played a tough game. This is a team that rolls many points every game, and we were able to shut them down to 14 tonight. It says a lot about our kids.
The Mac White this year, very interesting in boys soccer. Both Utica and Sterling Heights had a chance to win the league going into the final week of the regular season. The Chieftains dominated the White in the first half of the year, but stumbled down the stretch, opening up the door for the Stallions to sneak in and win the Mac White outright if they could get a win up at Romeo. If they couldn't beat the Bulldogs, then the Chieftains would have a chance in completing a makeup game, which was tied 1-1 just before the half up at Port Huron Northern, to win themselves and take home the White title. Mario Marana entered the game sitting on 29 goals in the season.
You win today, you win the MAC, with phenomenal effort. And it would maybe, you know, nothing would hurt them worse for you guys to win it, because they expected they were going to win. No matter what happens.
Coach Latore with the old proud of you no matter what speech, and the Stallions, well, they may have had to settle for no matter what. In the first, Gavin O'Gara finds the post. Romeo with good opportunities in the first as well. Sam Bernier stopped by Lindemann there. Great save, and then the throw in. And Nick Carlos misses a wide open net. We were scoreless at the intermission. Second half, O'Gara trying to find Marana. Marana gets around the defender, but Michael Human with the save. We were still scoreless and would remain that way until the final minutes of the contest. Evan Simpson over to Sebastian Switalski. He finds Timothy Watts left all alone in the middle, and that goal is the difference maker, and it denies Sterling Heights a chance at winning the Mac White title outright as Romeo beats them by the final score of 1-0. So the Stallions would need the Chieftains to go up and lose at Port Huron Northern, but before that, We move on. Bob Mondu and the Titans taking on Henry Ford II. Stevenson at this point out of the race in the MAC Red, so just playing for a little pride and a little playoff tune-up. Is in the first, Nick Martirana finds little brother Neil for the nice goal. 1-0 Titans. Then Jerome Cristobal going to get the ball here, and Cristobal going to keep it low, and he's going to beat Evan Kozlowski, and we were a 2-0 game at the half. Second half, Titans tack on one more. It's Neil Martirana over to Zach Riley. Zach Riley, one of the Titan reserves, but this looks like a starting lineup shot right here as he fires a rocket past Kozlowski, who had 30 saves on the night, but the Titan offense was just too much for him. 3-0, Stevenson wins it. Martirana with a goal and an assist. That's Neil Martirana. Shelby Carl, 8 saves to get the shutout for Stevenson in goal.
So listen, I don't have to tell you guys how important this is. Where we're at right now, this is a great opportunity that we've been given back. Now it's just time for us to do our job and finish. Just finish, and let's win this championship and get out of here. Got it?
Chieftains waste no time in regaining the lead in this 1-1 suspended game. Just 18 seconds into the second half, it's Justin Johnson over to Jeff Atkins, and Atkins, who's having an outstanding year scoring goals, puts the Chieftains up 2-1. Then Anthony Goucher here with the cross. Atkins with the hat trick as he beats the Husky goalie. 3-1 Chieftains up, and for good measure, Atkins, hey, why not? A PK later on, late in the match, and Atkins making it look easy. A 4-goal, really couple days, but one game for Jeff Atkins as the leading goal scorer this year, leads Utica to a MAC White title, and Dave Moran gets the victory shower. 4-1, Chieftains win it over Port Huron Northern as Atkins with a 4-goal effort, his best of the season. Utica goes to 11-3-4 on the season. Johnson 2 assists, Goucher with an assist, Jake Smith 4 saves in the win.
At the beginning of the season, it looked like it was going to be too easy for us, and I was right. We struggled coming through the second half. We got a good opportunity when Romeo beat Sterling Heights, and we took advantage of it. So I'm happy.
You know, it's a really awesome feeling. I mean, we had opportunities to finish it off, and we didn't do it. And thank God we got a couple extra chances to do it, and we did it. I mean, it feels awesome. It feels really good.
So then Utica moves on to a game not as significant for them necessarily, but a big one for Stevenson. The Jonah Chrisman Cup, already just weeks after the death of Stevenson's student and former Titan soccer player Jonah Chrisman, and his teammates play tribute to him in this one. Robert Goichai to Nick Martirana puts the Titans up 2-0 in the first half, and then in the second, it's Neil Martirana over to Nick. 3-0 Stevenson at that point. Dave Moran's team, well, feeling a little waterlogged in this one as the Titans washing them over, but a bright spot here for Utica off the corner. Kyle Pacula over to Adkins, who keeps it low. Nice shot there as he beats Mike Mendola. Utica on the board down 3-1, but the day belonged to the Titans, and probably rightfully so. Goichai over to Spencer Steinwasher, and one of Jonah Chrisman's close friends, young man who was a pallbearer at the funeral, gets 2 goals and a fitting tribute to him and Jonah. The Titans keep and win the first annual Jonah Chrisman Cup 4-1 over Utica as Spencer Steinwasher a pair of goals in the win. Titans moved to 14-4-0 on the season. Nick Martirana 2 goals as well. Mendola 13 saves in the win for the Titans. Goichai added 2 assists. We finish up our highlights today with a look at football, and Cuzno and Ford facing off in Week 8 of the regular season. Now, both of these teams were on the cusp of a playoff berth as both came in with 5 wins, needing 6 to lock up a playoff spot. Both wanted to get it done in Week 8 because Week 9 the Falcons faced Dakota, while Cuzno would get a tough playoff team in Ike. Todd Winter's team had attempted just 111 passes in 7 games coming in, and well, The strategy in this one was not run first, run second. It was pass first, pass second, pass all the time. That pass from Saba to Aaron Berthet set up a Saba 1-yard touchdown run. 7-0 Ford. Next drive, it's Posevitz with 29 yards on that reception, setting up this Saba to Delonte Blackburn score. 14-0 Ford up. After another 3-and-out by Cuzno, it's the Falcons with the ball again, and again they take to the air. It's Saba going deep to Posevitz, who wins the jump ball as the senior scores. Falcons up 21-0 before the Patriots had a first down. Here comes Cuzno in the second. Matt Crisco with a 34-yard run. It would set up a Max Amay 1-yard touchdown plunge, and the Patriots were on the board down 21-7. But here come the Falcons back at it again, and again, they don't do it on the ground. They take to the air. It's Saba finding Blackburn. 2 catches on the day, both of them for touchdowns. 28-7 Ford at that point. Then after a big Patriot turnover, it's Saba out to Anthony Serene. Serene, an outstanding day receiving in this one as he goes into the end zone. 35-14 Ford up at the half. Third quarter, here come the Patriots after they score to get within a couple scores. Driving again, but a big play here by Serene as he picks off Kriska. That keeps the Falcons up by 2 touchdowns, and they would never really look back. Posevitz in the third now. 30 yards on this touchdown catch, his second of the night. 42-20, Falcons back in control, and Saba already with 5 touchdowns on the day. If he would have had one more, he would have tied Craig Krenzel's school record. Pretty good company, but Anthony Serene did all he could to get there. He's caught 1 yard short of the end zone, 73 yards on the play, and they finish off the drive with a touchdown pass, but it comes from Les Olson to Posevitz. Third touchdown catch by Posevitz. A great day for Ford as they light up the Patriots. 49-28. Saba 381 yards unofficially and 5 touchdowns. Ran another one in. Posevitz 7 for 138, 3 scores. He also had 7 tackles and an INT. Serene 170 yards receiving and a score as Ford punches their playoff ticket. And that's going to bring to a close another edition of Sports Timeout. Remember, if you'd like to order a copy of this show or any of our other programs here at SHTV, you can always do so by calling 446-2494. You can also find us on the web at any time at sterlingheightstv.net. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.